Combination transformation. There's one type of jutsu that really proves the idea that 1 plus 1 is more than 2. It's called combination transformation. Now, don't confuse this with the basic transformation jutsu they teach at the Ninja Academy. This one is on a whole different level. Combination transformation lets 2 or more ninja fuse into a brand new form, not just in appearance, but also in real power. Now, instead of one person doing all the work, the job is shared. One ninja might give chakra, while the other does the hand signs. That makes the jutsu faster, smoother, and way more energy efficient. And here's the key point. This isn't just some cosplay jutsu. If you turn into a dragon, you actually gain the strength and power of a dragon. That's what makes it totally different from a normal transformation jutsu. Of course, this jutsu isn't something you can do with just anyone. It needs crazy good teamwork and total trust between the users. You can't just grab a random guy and try to fuse. You really have to understand each other. The Sound 4 gave us a super clever example of how this jutsu can be used. Instead of using it for a fight, they used it for infiltration. Remember Chunin arc? Each bodyguard of the Kazekage were actually 2 sound ninja fused into one. This trick helped them sneak past guards and surprise their enemies, and when needed, they could split into 2 people, doubling their forces instantly. Wild, right? So yeah, this jutsu isn't only for battles. It's also perfect for spying, sneaking in, and confusing the enemy. And if we're talking about perfect teamwork, you can't beat Kiba and Akamaru. Their 2-headed wolf form makes them way faster, way stronger, and way more dangerous. 2 heads mean 2 brains, which means super quick reactions and scary good coordination. But Kiba didn't stop there. He added a shadow clone into the mix and created the 3-headed wolf. This was a massive upgrade. 3 heads mean 3 minds, 3 ways of thinking, and a huge boost in power. It even got a special name, Mixture Transformation, which shows it's like an evolved version of the original jutsu. Now, if you've made it this far, welcome to the amazing world of anime. This is the place for true fans like you, where we celebrate all the magic, action, and emotions anime brings to our lives. You've watched, you've felt the hype, you've been lost in these beautiful fantasy worlds, but, have you hit that subscribe button yet? Right now, almost 90% of you are watching without subscribing. Just imagine, if everyone hits sub, we could build one of the strongest anime communities out there. So, go ahead, click that subscribe button right now so you won't miss any new episodes, deep dive breakdowns, or awesome anime content coming your way. Thank you so much. Cooperation Tailed Beast Ball. When we talk about the most insane attacks in Naruto, we absolutely have to mention the Cooperation Tailed Beast Ball. This is the moment when all the tailed beasts stop fighting each other and finally team up, and what they create together is truly terrifying. A regular tailed beast bomb is already super dangerous. But when multiple tailed beasts combine their power to create one giant bomb, that's when you know the battlefield is about to be completely wiped out. The formula is pretty simple. More tailed beasts equals way more destruction. But it's not just about adding power. Their chakra blends together into one super dense, pure ball of energy. It's like mixing all the deadliest ingredients into one giant explosion smoothie. Imagine this. Just one tailed beast can destroy a mountain with a regular bomb. Now, picture all of them working together. What's the result? A bomb so powerful it could erase an entire region from the map. This is the kind of move you use when you want to end everything, instantly and completely. When they launch it, the speed cuts through the air like a missile, and the explosion is absolutely massive, like a dinosaur-level apocalypse. It's the kind of thing that makes even the toughest ninja stop and say, "Holy shit." Demonic illusion, steaming multi-storied building. When people talk about genjutsu in Naruto, they usually think of techniques that attack the mind directly. But Mizukage Gengetsu's jutsu, called demonic illusion, steaming multi-storied building, is totally different. It's not just mental, it's a mix of illusion and environment control, and it's honestly genius. Gengetsu teams up with his giant clam, which keeps releasing a thick cloud of steamy mist across the battlefield. But this isn't just for cover, it's the setup. Gengetsu uses the light reflecting off the water droplets in the mist to create crazy realistic illusions, like scarily realistic. Then, both Gengetsu and the clam completely vanish. You can't see them, sense them, or even guess where they are. This isn't normal invisibility. This is complete, mind-breaking stealth. The enemy feels totally lost, like they've fallen into a dream world where nothing is solid and every attack misses because the real target is nowhere to be found. And here's what makes it even worse. The jutsu can go on forever because the clam keeps making more mist. The opponent will slowly get tired and confused, while Gengetsu just waits in the fog, ready to strike from any direction, silently, suddenly, and without warning. Honestly, this is psychological warfare on another level. Demonic Illusion, Toad Confrontation Chant. When we talk about powerful genjutsu, we definitely have to mention the Toad Confrontation Chant. Well, it's not just any random song. It's a very special melody sung by the two great Toad sages, Fukasaku and Shima, straight from Mount Myoboku. Here's the first big deal. Only these two sages can use this jutsu. That already tells you how rare and insanely difficult it is. Before they can even start, they need time to perfectly sync their voices. Sounds simple, but during this moment, Jiraiya has to protect them from attacks. Because if they get interrupted, the genjutsu won't work. Once the singing starts, everything changes. Anyone who hears the chant, no matter how strong they are, or how many there are, gets pulled into the illusion. Inside that illusion world, the victim is trapped inside a giant water prison, guarded by 4 samurai toads. And worst of all, they can't move at all, like completely frozen. What's even more creepy is that the person can still see, think, and talk. They know they're stuck, but they just can't escape. After using the jutsu, Fukasaku and Shima's throats get seriously strained, so they need rest. But honestly, the effect is totally worth it. It's basically a one-shot finish move. Sadly, it didn't work on the 6 paths of Pain, not because the jutsu was weak, but because Pain's setup was absolutely busted. Any other time, this genjutsu is game over. Flying Thunder Formation Technique. This technique was specially created by the 4th Hokage, Minato, just for his personal Hokage guard team. And let's be honest, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it needs perfect teamwork. 3 ninja form a triangle around the target, then they make a unique hand sign with their thumb, middle, and index fingers touching each other. Sounds easy? Not really. To actually pull it off, they need crazy good chakra control and super tight timing. It takes a lot of practice. Once it's activated, boom, they teleport. The 3 ninja and anything or anyone inside their triangle can instantly move to any location that has Minato's seal. Picture this. 1 second, you're chilling alone in the Hokage's office. The next second, 3 elite bodyguards appear out of nowhere like ninja ghosts. Absolutely wild. Now, to be clear, this version of the technique is mostly used for transport and rescue missions. It's not really made for direct combat. The fighting version, the one used in high-speed battles, is on a whole other level. Only Minato, Tobirama, have ever used that advanced style. Formation Eno Shikacho. This formation is the result of generations of teamwork between the Yamanaka, Nara, and Akamichi clans. It's not just tradition, it's a strategy that's been trained, refined, and passed down through their families for years. What makes it super special is the perfect coordination between all 3 members. Here's how it works. Shikamaru starts first with his Shadow Possession Jutsu, freezing the enemy in place. Then, Eno quickly jumps in with Mind Transfer Jutsu, taking over the enemy's body and mind. Finally, Choji charges in with his human bullet tank, hitting hard to finish the job. Sounds simple? Not at all. The timing between them has to be absolutely perfect. Even a small delay can mess up the whole plan. That's why only these 3 clans can pull it off. They've been training together since childhood. Their bond is unbelievably strong. This formation shows us something powerful. With the right teamwork and strategy, you can beat enemies way stronger than you. These 3 aren't all-round fighters on their own, but together, they become a serious threat. Of course, this combo has some weak points. It doesn't work well against super fast enemies who can dodge the shadow possession, or when fighting lots of enemies at once. But even with its flaws, it's still one of the best examples of true friendship and teamwork in the whole Naruto series. 4 Black Fogs Formation. The 4 Black Fogs Formation is honestly one of the creepiest sealing jutsu in Naruto, and a lot of people totally overlook it. This is a powerful sealing barrier that can literally mess with the rules of life and death. Here's how it works. The sound 4 stand at 4 different points around the target. Then, they release a thick black fog from above that slowly falls down and completely covers the area. Once it's fully formed, it becomes like a sealed box. Nothing from the outside can get in, and nothing from the inside can get out. But the wildest part? This fog actually protects the person inside from dying when they take the Mind Awakening pill. Now, that pill is no joke. It gives you level 2 curse mark power, which is insanely strong. But usually, the cost is your life. It's so intense that it can literally kill you. However, inside the 4 Black Fogs Formation, the barrier somehow stabilizes the body. It lets the person unlock all that power without dying. Seriously. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what makes this jutsu so scary and so valuable. It's not just a fog. It's a life-saving power-up zone. A dark little miracle designed for pushing your body past human limits. 4 Red Yang Formation. Can you imagine a shield that can survive a tailed beast bomb from the 10 tails? That sounds impossible, right? But the 4 Red Yang Formation makes it real. This jutsu is the peak of defensive techniques, and only Kage-level ninja can pull it off. 4 Kage stand at the 4 corners of a big square. Together, they raise a massive glowing red barrier. But this barrier isn't stiff like most others. It's actually super flexible, so it can bend and absorb impact instead of breaking. Even when the 10 tails fired a full-power tailed beast bomb at it, the shield didn't break. It just bent for a moment, redirected the explosion upward, and then snapped back into place like nothing happened. Of course, a defense this crazy doesn't come cheap. It takes a huge amount of chakra from all 4 users. While the barrier is active, they can barely use any other jutsu. That's the price of having something almost unbreakable. But there's another cool detail. The users can open small gaps in the barrier to let people move in or out. This makes it more than just a wall. It's also a smart, flexible tool for battle strategy. And yeah, breaking this thing is only possible if you're stronger than 4 Kage combined. Basically, you need 6 paths level power to even stand a chance. 4 Violet Flames Formation. This jutsu creates a giant burning purple barrier that can instantly turn any area into a deadly no-go zone. Here's how it works. 4 ninja stand at the corners of a square and activate the jutsu at the same time. This forms a giant wall of purple flames that completely surrounds the space inside. And anyone who touches the flames will get burned up immediately. Tactically, it's a super effective jutsu. The Sound 4 used it to trap Hiruzen Sarutobi, the 3rd Hokage, and they were smart about it. While inside the barrier, they created extra shields around themselves to stay protected. Why? Because when casting the jutsu, they can't move. They have to stay completely still to keep the barrier active. If they didn't protect themselves, Hiruzen could have easily just attacked them and broken the jutsu. Later on, the 1st Division used this technique in a different way. They stood outside the barrier instead of inside, a much safer setup. That way, they could trap enemies without risking their own safety. Even Dan Kato, a ghostly ninja using the spirit transformation technique, admitted this was the best way to stop him, proving this barrier can block even supernatural jutsu. Healing, resuscitation, regeneration technique. This jutsu is nothing short of a medical miracle in the ninja world. It can literally pull someone back from the edge of death. It's a shining example of how perfect chakra control can do things that feel almost magical. Now, the way this jutsu works is honestly super complex. It needs a special medical team, where every ninja must be highly skilled in chakra control. The healing process takes hours and hours, with medics switching shifts to avoid collapsing from exhaustion. One of the most important parts is that a giant medical seal is drawn around the patient, and a cell sample, like a strand of hair, is placed near the wound. That cell sample becomes the base for the healing. The real magic is in cell regeneration. The medics use chakra to literally reprogram the cells, turning them into whatever tissue is needed: skin, muscle, nerves, anything to fix the injury. But let's be honest, this jutsu is incredibly hard to pull off. The success rate is super low, and every patient saved is considered a total miracle. Still, it actually brought Neji back from the brink of death after his brutal fight with Kidomaru, a jaw-dropping save. And then there's Sakura Haruno, who took this jutsu to the next level in the anime. Instead of using a giant seal and a cell sample, she used 4 healing paths drawn around the missing body part. Even though she did it solo, which is crazy impressive, it still drained her chakra so much that she passed out right after. Katsuyu, immense network healing. In all-out war, healing one person at a time just doesn't cut it. That's where Katsuyu, immense network healing, comes in, a jutsu that completely changes the game. It's way more advanced than the healing resuscitation regeneration technique. This isn't just a normal healing jutsu, it's basically a full-scale emergency system, built to heal thousands of ninja at the same time, no matter how far apart they are. It all starts with the strength of 100 seal, a powerful chakra reserve stored by the user. That seal creates a deep link between the summoner and Katsuyu, the giant healing slug. Katsuyu then splits into tons of tiny clones, and each one attaches itself to a different injured ninja on the battlefield. The summoner sends medical chakra through Katsuyu, and the little clones automatically pass it on to each wounded person. Not only does it heal injuries, it also restores stamina and chakra reserves. It's a total body and mind refresh, instantly and massively. This is a true game changer in war. Imagine thousands of tired, injured fighters, and then suddenly, they're fully healed and ready to fight again. It's like having a healing army all over the map. But that's not all. While using the jutsu, the summoner is directly linked to Katsuyu, which means they can see, hear, and sense whatever Katsuyu is experiencing. This gives the user a huge tactical advantage, letting them monitor the battlefield and make smart real-time decisions. Katsuyu, immense network healing, completely redefines what a medical ninja can do. Instead of healing one person at a time, the user becomes a giant healing hub, helping everyone across the entire battlefield at once. Self-repairing barrier. The self-repairing barrier is a special chakra wall that can automatically rebuild itself the moment it's damaged. You hit it, it heals, almost like it's alive. This makes it incredibly hard to break, especially in fast-paced, high-level battles. What makes this barrier so strong is teamwork. It's created by linking chakra from an entire ninja team, turning their combined energy into one powerful defense. As soon as the barrier takes damage, it draws chakra from the users and instantly repairs the broken parts. This makes it feel nearly unbreakable, especially when used by skilled teams. It also has a stealthy edge. The barrier is completely invisible to normal senses, so anyone outside can't see or sense what's happening inside. It protects, isolates, and hides, all at the same time. In terms of raw power, a single team can build up to 36 barriers at once. That's more than enough to hold down even a Jinchuriki. During one fight, Killer Bee fired a tailed beast bomb at the barrier. Only 9 out of 36 were destroyed. That's a 75% survival rate against a massive explosion. Still, it's not invincible. When Naruto in Ninetales Chakra mode teamed up with Killer Bee, they were able to break through the full setup. So while it's powerful, it does have limits, but only at the very top level. The self-repairing barrier changes how defense works on the battlefield. It doesn't just block, it controls space, limits movement, and gives ninja teams a major tactical edge. It's more than a wall, it's a moving fortress powered by teamwork.
6 Paths, Chibbaku Tensei. In the entire history of the ninja world, there are only a few jutsu powerful enough to create an actual celestial body. 6 Paths, Chibbaku Tensei is one of those rare, god-tier techniques. It's a sealing jutsu so advanced that only those who have awakened the power of the 6 Path Sage can even attempt to use it. This is literally the jutsu that created the moon in the Naruto universe. The way it works is insanely special. It needs 2 users, one with 6 Paths Yin power, like Sasuke, and one with 6 Paths Yang power, like Naruto. Both have to place their hands on the target's body at the same time. That target becomes the center of a massive gravitational pull. Rocks, land, and debris from all around start flying in, crushing together into a giant sphere. Basically, they're forming a brand new planet. The sealing power is absolutely brutal. It doesn't just trap the body, it completely shuts down the enemy's dojutsu. When this jutsu hits, the yin-yang seals appear in the target's eyes, cutting off their Rina Sharingan and stopping all their visual powers cold. On top of that, the technique also drains their chakra, leaving them totally powerless to escape. 1,000 years ago, Hagoromo and Hamura Otsutsuki used this jutsu to seal the 10 tails and literally formed the moon. Centuries later, Naruto and Sasuke pulled off the same miracle again, using it to seal Kaguya Otsutsuki inside a brand new moon. It was the peak of teamwork, a moment of history repeating itself, but even more epic the second time around. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.